like a candy shine. Not trying to these are the ways I just realize. These are the way I feel so good. When I tell them my secret, the trouble is in the place can pray. Too high, circling the sky. Will become a sugar now. Set your mind up. Too high, circling the sky. Will become a sugar now. Set your mind up. The journey for the rules. These are the ways we're following. Why I just realize. The journey for the rules. These are the ways we're following. Why I just realize. The journey for the
Can everyone hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Oh, that's good.
Hello, welcome back. We are beginning this session now. I don't know if anyone online, because we are having an issue online, and we know that this is the turn of Christina. And I know that she's connected. Stavroula, one of our partners from Greece, told us, but we don't identify who is Christina. So, Christina, if you are there, we need to ask you to connect. And maybe, Julian, does she have to share the screen and everything? Sorry for this, but we need to know. Yeah, she has. Okay, Christina, if you are hearing me, do you want to share your screen? We are sorry about this. And when we are talking about another challenge, okay. Okay. No, this is not. This is, okay,
This is not my.
Christina. Okay, Christina, sorry. I think I see you. Okay, this is Christina. So we know her because the name is in Greek and we didn't identify that it was.
I'm sorry about it.
Okay, Christina. So, are you going to share your screen? I am. Can you do it? Can we help you in any way?
Just a minute because I didn't have it ready.
Okay. Okay, Christina. So. No. I yeah. We don't know that, and we didn't know if Christina was Christina or. But now Christina is trying to share her screen and do the presentation. We are talking about Christina Samotsoglu. She's the challenge we are going to present is about the substitution of peat, non-renewable, with other organic materials to enhance the circular economy. Okay, so I don't know if you are ready.
Do you have my presentation?
Yes, we do. Do you? Sorry?
Do you have my presentation?
Yes, we do. But do you want us to put it and then you tell us next slide, for example?
Yes, I prefer it because now I cannot find. Wait.
Okay, so we can maybe do. Okay.
I will try. Give me 1 minute.
Okay, Christina, they are saying, my colleagues, that they are going to share. So don't worry. Okay, we are going to share. If you want, you say next slide and we will do it. Okay, because remember you have 3 minutes. Okay.
Do you see it now?
Yes, we can see it. Yes, it's fine.
Perfect.
Okay, hold on, because we don't see it here in Valencia. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's see, because it seems that Stavroula, for example, they are seeing it, but we cannot do. Okay, sorry, girls, because we don't see it here in Valencia. Okay.
Okay.
So.
But I can see it in behind you. It's not this one?
Is this one?
No. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Never mind. Okay, so Christina, is this your presentation?
Yes.
Okay, so now you have 3 minutes to do the presentation of your challenge. Okay, Christina?
Thank you very much.
Okay, you
good
go.
morning. First of all, my name is Samotsoglu Christina and I represent Verisa. Within the CO2 PACMAN framework, our challenge is to replace peat and non-renewable agricultural input with local organic materials, supporting climate neutrality and circular economy objectives. I will briefly present who we are, the environmental issue that we are addressing, its importance, and how we propose to solve it with practical, regionally adapted solutions. The DECIDE, the Intermunicipal Solid Waste Management Company for the regional unit of Agnac Reed, established in 1993, We manage the full municipal solid waste stream in Chania, from collection and transportation to material recovery, composting, and landfill. Our mechanical biological treatment facility applies advanced technologies for resource recovery and waste minimization. We also produce compost-based soil blends, and our formulation includes peat and perlite. We operate under circular economy principles and actively participate in national and European sustainability initiatives. What is the problem? Peat has a significant environmental impact. It stores a large amount of CO2 and its extraction releases emissions. It is a non-renewable resource, takes millennia to regenerate. It destroys sensitive ecosystems and harms biodiversity, and also poses agronomic issues like compaction and fire risk. Replacing it is essential for sustainable land and resource use. The benefits of this substitution are multiple. We have environmental benefits like lower emissions, ecosystem protection, and improved soil health. We have social benefits like healthier surroundings, rural support, raised awareness of sustainable practices, and of course we have an economic benefit like reduced input costs, circular use of local biomass, and green business opportunities. So we propose using locally available materials such as olive trees residues, which are abundant and sustainable, biochar to improve soil and sequester carbon, wood fiber and bark to enhance structure and moisture retention, and green waste compost to restore nutrients and reduce fertilizer use. We believe that with these inputs, we can replace peat effectively and promote circularity. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Cristina. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Okay. It was a bit challenging in this case. Cristina, thank you. So now we know the challenge of this of intermunicipal solid waste management company. And now we have three solutions for this. Okay, the first one we have, it's also online. Okay, we have Darren Grok. Okay, hello, Darren. You know that, welcome to this session. And I remind you that you have 3 minutes to tell us about your solution for this challenge. Okay, now you can begin.
Okay, thank you for inviting me. I'm sorry I couldn't be there in person. The best thing for this is to do things in person, and apologies for my Australian accent, but you can see contact details to the left to get in touch with me. So as we know, there's climate change. The Mediterranean region will become drier and scarcer. There are current Greek ministry ideas about damming. That's also happening in the UK to create reservoir capacity to increase. But of course, in Crete and Greece, of course, we have an oil crisis, not oil, but olive oil production and economy and food security and sustainability. So we need to incorporate all these, and the best way probably is through recycling, as indicated by the DEDIS. And so they've been very proactive. They have a Chania plant that is doing aerobic combusting, producing soil improvers, potting soils and mulch, all available for free, which is great for the community, great for the island. And also, as revealed to me in my comments on the proposal, is olive meal waste and pumice, which is typically enriched in NPK. It helps soil store nitrogen, it enhances soil microbial activity, the soil structure, water capacity, and all that. So one way that we could look at this is biochar. There's the Minoan Energy Company already on Crete that is making biochar. We could use that. We can use, of course, the olive meal waste and pumice. Now, sometimes that contains excess polyphenols, which create a bit of taste, but there is targeted, healthier options for using that. And so there's potentially new economic streams that could be using this kind of material. Now, what I propose is that we do experiments on real farms and real experiments on real fields where we're adding these types of organic waste. We're monitoring greenhouse gas concentrations, water moisture, pH. We can use stable isotopes to monitor carbon and nitrogen, plant growth, tomato conductance. And all of this data for specific farms or areas will advise which condition is best for each farm and crop type that is available on the island. And so deliverables would be such as will improve soil health, food productivity, reduce agricultural costs and the use of fertilizers because you had so much organic fertilizer available for you that can be recycled. One of the key things that I like to do is train local people and create citizen science. That's something I'm really big on. Engage with stakeholders. And of course, I'm sorry I can't be there. And of course, producing reports and papers that are open access to everyone so that everyone can use this information that we generate from these experimental conditions that we use on Crete. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Darren. Thank you very much for your explanation. So this was Darren Grove from Durham University. And now we have here with us Cristina Crava. Okay, you can take the phone. And do you have slides to? No, you don't have slides. Okay, so Cristina comes from the Porto Protocol, and she's also explaining us her solution. Okay, thank you, Cristina.
From Porto Protocol, and I'm here in a very collaborative fashion with another colleague of me coming from South Africa, William, that is controlling the presentation, and he's going to speak. So collaboration is part of what we do. We are the Wines Industry Climate Action Network, sharing knowledge and solutions. So both words that we are used to listen today. Now we have 250 members and more than 500 companies across 20 countries and 5 continents. What we chose today to present here is a solution that talks about biochar as a response to substitute peats on composting. It's a solution that, as you see, it is also collaborative. It will bring out farmers. It will bring out the municipality that manages waste and the industry together. But William, are you able to explain better the solution?
Yes, thank you, Christina, and hello to everyone. So I'm Jan Becker. I'm an engineer. I'm with a company called CHAR. So we work on various biochar projects, LCAs, and we've also developed software to track and monitor all the biochar production data, so you kind of understand what you've produced, where and when. The solution we're proposing is what we call a flame cap kiln. So it's a form of pyrolysis that's called flame carbonization. We've been working with this solution for the last 4 to 5 years, making biochar on wine farms specifically and various other sites using invasive trees and these kind of things. We've seen biochar being used to replace peat with one of our people we're working with in the Netherlands, who's replacing peat in the kind of horticultural section and in a lot of greenhouses. So this is a low-cost solution that's accessible to farmers, that they can produce biochar from their own woody biomass on site instead of burning it to ash, which usually happens with old vineyards that are being pulled out. And this is, of course, applicable to horticulture as well. I want to reference this study. So I also do quite a bit of work in California. There's a 7-year vineyard trial, this Oasis vineyard trial, that's done 7 years of monitoring between a clean biochar compost mix, and compost on its own. So the biochar compost mix has significantly increased yields. They've had great economic returns. It's improved the resilience of the vineyards. It's had no negative effect on the grape quality, and then the soil benefits. And of course, it's a circular economy solution to enable farms to produce biochar from their own waste on site, which means we don't have to transport any feedstock to produce biochar. This is an example of a project we did last year. We've done it on a few wine farms, and we produced around 100 cubic meters of biochar here at this wine farm in about 10 days. We've also recently been
About-
featured in the biggest agricultural magazine in South
We
Africa, presenting this as a
Him, the time is up. So
Cool.
just that's what we would like to finish with. Let's turn plant waste into soil gold. It's biochar for vines is regenerative, scalable, and ready to go. So no experiment has already results out to prove that it is a good solution.
Thank you. Okay, so now it was the turn of Philip Shelton. Okay, so these things are happening a bit. So we are trying to, because people has to be ready in advance and everything, but sometimes maybe they don't get the information, or maybe it's a thing about the time because they are in other country with other time. I don't know. We are trying to call them, etc. We are waiting for 1 minute to connect this person, Philip Shelton. She's from a company called Silvivio, but we can wait. I remind you that this is the third solver of the challenge peat alternative materials. We are looking for peat alternative materials, and this is a challenge coming from one of the islands, which is Crete. It is true that the it is true that we have no representative from these islands because the partner and the challengers, they couldn't come to this meeting. It's a pity, it is true, but we have them online and they are participating. And the first challenge, it was explained by Mrs. Christina, okay? So we are waiting now to see if Philip Shelton is connecting, and if not, we will go to the following challenge, okay? Because we cannot wait longer, okay? So I guess you are ready to vote. You have 2, so now we have to listen to the third one. I don't know if he's connected. No, he's not connected. No esperamos más. Okay, we don't wait more. So we are going to vote, okay? Now we have to vote. We have 2 solutions. We have Darren Grog and we have Christina. Christina was also connected with a colleague online. So we have these 2 solutions. We have Darren the first and we have Christina the second. So please vote. It's a pity that Philip couldn't, I don't know what happened. He didn't connect. But anyway, if he's interested and we find it right, we will incorporate, of course, them to the catalog, because at the end, we are trying to look for solutions for the islands, okay? So any solution can be good, okay? Everybody vote? Yes. So we are going to the following challenge, and we are looking for one of these 2 persons, okay? Let me share it with you, because I think that we have or Tassos or Mariana, who they are going to present the following challenge, which is called Small Scale Organic Waste Treatment System for Medium and Large Hotels. Okay, so we have the presentation here, and I don't know who is going to speak. Is it ready? Is it Tassos or Mariana? Are you there? Mariana?
Yes.
Okay, Mariana.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can. Please proceed. You have 3 minutes, okay?
Okay. Are you gonna change the slide for me?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I'm gonna say when I need you to. Okay.
Great.
So
Okay.
our challenge is the smart small-scale organic waste treatment system for medium and large hotels, as you mentioned before. Next slide, please.
Okay, ready.
Okay, and next slide again. Thank you. So the challenger for this challenge is the Ethno Hoteliers Association that was founded in 1978. in order to represent the interests of hotel owners in the region of Rethymno. And today it represents about half of the total hotel beds of the whole county. And its mission focuses on activities like promoting tourism and supporting all the interests of its member. Also, the association studies market data, trends, and developments in order to inform its members and contribute to the overall benefit of the hotel sector. Next one, please. Okay, so the problem that needs a solution here is the fact that medium and large hotels produce substantial amounts of organic waste daily, from food scraps to garden waste and biodegradable materials. And the disposal methods that are now currently used, like landfilling and incineration, contribute significantly to greenhouse gas emissions and are becoming unsustainable due to stricter regulations and rising disposal costs. So now what we need is the development of a smart small-scale system in order to efficiently treat organic waste on site, and we need it to be scalable and adaptable for hotel operations in order to reduce environmental impact and support circular economy as well. Next one, please. So it is really important as it has multiple benefits economically, socially, and environmentally, like the reduction of all emissions from landfills and pollutants from incineration in order to combat climate change, minimize rising waste disposal costs because of the on-site treatment, and then the compact systems that solve space constraints while enabling resource recovery like compost and biogas. Next one, please. And how we think it would work with probably waste segregation and collections with labeled bins or Internet of Things sensors in the bins, the smart transportation of all waste to the treatment plant with route optimization, data analytics and reporting with a central platform that tracks system performance. Also, the utilization of byproducts like compost and biogas to have added value, and also campaigns to promote the culture of sustainability, both to staff training and to guests. So thank you.
Okay, Mariana, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mariana. Okay, so yeah. Thank you, Mariana. And now, okay, for this challenge, we have only 2 solutions because we 3 solutions were selected, but at the last time, one solver said he didn't come and he didn't participate. So we have 2, but 2 are enough. Okay, so we are going to begin with the first one. It's Miki Royan from Abono Kilómetro Cero. Okay, Miki, here you have this one and this. Okay, you have to point there.
What do you have to point at? Sorry.
Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, hi, Calimera. I'm Miki Royan from Abono Kilómetro Cero, and this is our problem. Organic waste is the emitting fraction of the organic municipal solid waste. It's not plastic. It's not glass. It's bio waste that emits CO2. So we have an environmental challenge. We have a regulatory challenge, but also we have a narrative challenge. Nobody would like to go to these hotels if they knew the story behind, but that's a fancy destination. So while understanding the idea of the sweet spot in between the problem, the narrative, and converting everything into an opportunity, we started Abono Kilómetro Cero, which would translate to local fertilizer, Kilómetro Cero, a fertilizer that's done in the vicinity. This is some of the companies we've been working already. We're based in Barcelona. Top layer is hospitality industry. Second layer, corporate. Those are festivals. And the third layer that gather almost 500,000 people a year in the summer editions. And in the bottom part, some of the public entities that we've been working with. So understanding the problem, small scale, for a large to mid-scale hotels. So it's the story of David and Goliath. We have more than 120 hotels of the association. We've calculated the distance to make a closed loop, and it's over 50 kilometers. So big problems, small solution, and that's your slingshot. That's us. We are a startup based in Barcelona. We're already doing this smart logistic plus conversion of organic waste into compost in the city, in a large scale Mediterranean city. And how do we do it? We don't sell a technology, we develop systems. There's a bunch of technologies you can find around. Actually, now we've been making friends with the other solvers, so you don't have two solutions, you have one for the price of two. For the price of one, you have two solutions for one. You can choose whatever technology you want, from static to highly complex ionized systems, centrifuges, biodigestions, whatever you do, you need to put it inside a larger scale logistics solution. This is us. Well, this is a mock-up with the logo of the Challenger. This is us in Sonar Festival Barcelona. So you have to transport it. You first reduce the volume, but then what you get in the end, it's not compost, it's a biostabilized substrate. What we do, this is the key. That's where magic happens. We develop these low-cost, low-tech, very highly efficient, semi-automatic worm beds. Those are millions of worms lying in these scaffolding beds that are self-harvesting or semi-automatic, self-watering systems, and you turn the problem into a real magic. That's what you put in your plants. And if you don't believe my words, believe your plants. We brought samples for all of you. You can take back home. Sad we don't have the challenges here. We can ship them to Crete. This is what you would put in your plants: a storytelling and a gift for the guests of the hotel. Thank you very much.
Very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Miki. And now we have Jordi. Jordi, you have here this and this to, if you want to. Yeah. Okay, so now the second solution and last one, because I told you that for this challenge we have only here two solutions, is Jordi Massons from EFI Waste. Okay, thank you. Jordi, 3 minutes.
Okay. First of all, thank you for the invitation. And we came as you from an island, very small island in this case, not in the Mediterranean. We're from Tenerife, and we have the same problem than you. We have 7 million people coming every year to our hotels, and the hotels throw a lot of food waste. As my colleague said, now we are partners together, so he will do the part of taking the food waste from the hotel to do the compost, and we do the first thing. The first thing is try to not do the waste. Okay, how we do that? So to try to reduce the waste, what we do, we have a system with waste and an all-in-one a PC, where we waste all the food waste that every day we are throwing on the buffets. When we have a lot of data, we're able to advise the hotels how they can reduce all this waste. How? A few things very easy to understand. One of them, if you are doing a salad every day and you have a menu road, okay, and every day you are throwing 1 kilo, and on Wednesdays you are throwing 3 kilos, it means that salad it doesn't like. So just change it. So you will instead of throwing 3 kilos, you will throw 1 kilo. When we have more data, we're able to tell you, okay, when English people are coming to your hotel, they eat more French fries than nuggets. Okay, so if we know in advance, and in an island usually you know the reservations in advance, we can check the reservations in 2 weeks, and if you have people from England coming, do French fries, don't do other things that they don't like. Another thing, like, I'm giving you an example of things that are happening to us. Usually in Spain, we do a paella every day. There are some paellas that they like and some paellas that they don't like. Okay, and when they didn't know that before they wait with our system, the paellas. Now that they weigh the paellas, they know it, and they can do the paellas that people enjoy most, and they don't do the paellas that people don't enjoy. So what we are trying to do is to reduce the waste, and of course, there is always some waste, and then we will use our friends' kilometer zero solution. Then, of course, and you asked for, and everybody's talking about that, we always do some training and conscientization for the community. And that's our solution. Thank you very much, and I'm on time.
Okay, yes. Very good, Jordi. Very good. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so these are the two solutions. I love this because they already talk, you know, that we were talking about that we wanted this to be something collaborative and non-competitive. Do you remember we were saying that all the time? And now we see that this is working. So we are very, very happy because, you know, with no intervention of anyone, they could get an agreement or something, and they will speak, so they together can arrive to a better solution. Okay, so again, we are now going to vote. Okay, we have these two solutions. Let me remind you. The first one was, the name was Abono Kilómetro Cero, and it was Miki Royan who presented it. And the second one, Effie Waste, we have here with us Jordi Massons. Okay, so please vote which one, even knowing that they are going to agree in many things and they intend to work together. Let's decide which one we prefer. Okay. Okay, so we are going quick. We are going to the following challenge. Let's see if everything goes well with the connection and everything. We hope so. So, okay, let me tell you. This is a challenge called Designing for Sustainable Mobility, Smart Data Collection System for Modal Split Analysis. Okay, and for this introduction, we have Anna Srogiani, I believe, and if not, it would be my colleague from TUC Brussels, the partner, Stavroula. Stavroula, are you the one who is going to speak? Stavroula?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, I hear you.
I'm going to present.
Okay.
My name is Anna.
Okay, Anna.
I'm for the municipality of Rethymno and present the challenge.
Okay, Anna, so you are going to present the challenge. So you tell me when...
you have the slides.
Yes.
I cannot share my screen.
Okay,
I can only speak for the challenge.
Okay, so if you want, you can speak and I change the slide.
Maybe I will. You can change the slides, yes. Thank you.
Okay.
We can go to the slide, yes. Okay. Well, I need to present, of course, municipality of Rethymno. Rethymno is located in the island of Crete, a city with deep historical, cultural significance, but also a vibrant and evolving urban center. With a permanent municipal population of over 55,000 of residents and a dynamic student community of more than 5,000 individuals who face the ongoing challenge of balancing heritage preservation with a modern sustainable development. Our city welcomes thousands of tourists each year, and this seasonal population surge adds an additional layer of complexity to our urban planning and mobility strategy. Next slide, please. Thank you. Now, the challenge we are addressing through this project is the design of a smart data collection system for sustainable mobility, with particular focus on the modal split for pedestrians and cyclists. Currently, Rethymno lacks a comprehensive and real-time monitoring system to access mobility patterns, especially during high-demand periods. This hampers our ability to make informed decisions that improve infrastructure, safety, accessibility, and ultimately the quality of life for both residents and visitors. Next slide, please. Thank you. Now, why is this important? Because the benefits extend far beyond transport efficiency. With better data, we can plan safer streets, promote public health by encouraging active mobility, support local businesses and pedestrian-friendly areas, and take measurable steps toward reducing our carbon footprint. These are goals we share, and not just as a municipality, but as a global citizen committed to climate resilience and social well-being. So next slide, please. To meet these challenges, we envision a system powered by sensor, cameras, mobile applications, AI, data analysis, real-time data will guide smart infrastructure, while public dashboards will ensure transparency. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much. Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you, Anna. Okay, so now we have these two, again, in this challenge, we have also two solutions, because the third one at the end decided not to come a bit suddenly. So it's okay, we have two and a very good two solutions. And now I want to welcome Andrés Arconada from LIS Data Solutions, and he's going to explain us. Do you need this, Andrés? Okay. You point, I think you point there.
Okay, thank you very much. Hello, everyone, again. I'm Andrés Arconada from LIS Data Solutions, and we're going to present the Smart Move Analytics. There is a power edge computing platform that delivers real-time, actionable insight into pedestrians and cyclists, flows across urban environment by integrating a network of IoT sensors and smart cameras, providing city planners and stakeholders of the city data that they need to create a safer and healthier and more efficient spaces. There it is. Okay. So we say, imagine a city with every step on pedal stroke is not just a movement, but it's data fueling smarter, safer, and more sustainable streets. How we do it? We collaborate and co-design and mapping, beginning with every deployment by working hand by hand with local authorities and stakeholders. Through participatory workshops, we map pilot areas and define the data needs, ensuring that the solution addresses real challenges and build community trust. The strategy, our team deploys a mix of reliable off-the-shelf IoT sensors and AI-enabled cameras that directly are key in pedestrian and cycling public spaces, not just in the roadways, but ensures covering, including sidewalks, parks, and pedestrian to run a true model analysis. Then with that data, we build up and integrate interactive dashboard for city planners, technicians, and citizens, and we use that open data and participatory tools to foster trust and collaboration. It is important to say that privacy is the core of our approach, and all personal data is treated on the camera, on the edge technology, and everything that we are treating afterwards is data that is is anonymized, is not critical. Okay, we can do data protection impact assessment on every deployment. Then afterwards, we're using advanced AI and machine learning to our platform to deliver predictive analysis. It will lead to scalable, data-driven, proactive safety and sustainability. And just checking, okay, I got still 1 minute. Then is all the main key benefits that they get: sustainability, public health, also economic, so you can spot the areas for business and tourist growth, and also transparency about the data. While LIS is a company that from 2030 is delivering advanced analytics in European projects. Here got some example, and our team usually blends tech expertise and passion for citizen engagement, always aligned with European standards. Again, thank you very much for your time, and
Okay,
my
thank
colleague.
you, Andres. Thank you very much, Andres. Okay, it's okay. Okay, so we have two solutions, as I told you. We have Andres Arconada, and now we have the last one, which is Tom Orbsby from Raven. Is it the name? Raven? Okay, so he's going to introduce us his solution. Okay, here you have, and you have, like that? Yeah. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, I think they are, okay. They are changing the presentation, but now we will see for sure in full screen. Okay, and then try.
Okay. Hi, everyone. So my name's Tom. So I'm founder of Raven. Quick introduction to us. We're a technology solutions provider. We like to bring together new technologies, particularly technologies that use data and AI to solve challenges such as this one. We've worked with a few tech companies and clients to solve challenges around data integration and analytics, similar to this potentially as well. But we want to stress more about our solution. So we highlighted three main things we wanted to tackle with our initial proposal, which was a focus on geolocational data, helping you be able to actually analyze particular areas of your municipality, but also to gain a deeper insight. So just tracking mode of transport, we felt was not enough to get some of the strategic decisions that you might need. So actually we wanted to talk about combining that with other important data that might affect people's decision for transport, but also more importantly, community engagement, because transport is a very personal decision. It's the individual's decision. So we think it's important that they're engaged so that you can try and influence the decision they are making. So a very rough diagram of how we were planning this work. So we were looking at existing infrastructure that you might have, such as the traffic cameras around your region, using computer vision to detect how people are traveling through those points and bringing that into a central data store. We'd then be looking at other data that we think might help make decisions about transport. So these things include particular interest to us of things like weather, things like air quality, and it would be really interesting to know more about public transport services as well. So you can start to ask deeper questions and answer them. Obviously, we'd like to make that data available for services, and then we're also proposing the development of two services within this project itself, a publicly available dashboard that will allow people to analyze that data, but also an app so that public can actually engage more. And you can start to collect more data back from them as well. I'm going to skip this dashboard really because we're all familiar with what dashboards are, to focus a little bit on the public engagement part. So this is the part that we think is really important. We want people to use an app so that we can understand more about why they are making their journeys. It's an opportunity for you to talk back to them as well as them to provide data for you. We're really focusing a lot on this top part initially for our proposal, which is how can we give them access to data and how can we get feedback and communicate with them. But we also think there's a really big opportunity for this future gamification and rewards, rewarding people for making better decisions that improve the community. So just looking at my timer, yeah. Really, I think the thing we wanted to stress here was this is part of building an infrastructure for a future vision. So we are helping you to build a data infrastructure that is actually all about some of these future problems that you want to tackle, which are things mentioned like safety monitoring and forecasting, things like your transport network, smart city infrastructure that other people can use, and improving efficiency and automation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tom.
That's very quick.
Okay, yeah, I know, it's very difficult. We at TEI Valencia, you know that we work every day. I say that before with entrepreneurs and startups, and they are working so hard in their companies, right? And when we try to let them summarize what they do and what is the project and the thing that it's maybe they don't allow them to sleep, the project, the life, because sometimes then personal and professional life are together. it is so difficult to summarize everything in 3 minutes. We know that. It's a challenge. We are in the Open Innovation Challenge, and this is a challenge, I know. But we have to do this like that, because if not, you know that there are many different solutions, and at the end it's boring if we are, you know, like that. For example, we have one program here in Valencia with the startups, and they are 10 startups, only 10. And at the end, if we try to put more time for them, then people complain when the investors, when they come, if it's more than 3 minutes, they say, no, we don't want, because sometimes we try to enlarge it maybe to 5 minutes so they can explain better the project and everything. But they say no. The investors normally say, no, with 3 minutes, I have enough to know what the company is, and it's very interesting. This work with the startups and everything, it's really, really interesting. So I don't know if you could vote, Julian. Everything okay? Yeah. I don't know if you could vote. Everything okay? We just had 2 solutions in this case, but they are very good solutions, I think. So I think we finished with Crete. I think we have finished with Crete, and we are going to Italy. So look what beautiful places. So this morning we began with Croatia. What do you think? Beautiful, right? Then we went to Crete, which is a bigger island. Okay, this is bigger, but it's very nice also. And now we are going to Elba, which is a wonderful island. It's a small one, okay? It's not like Crete, it's a small one with different problems, with different situations. And we have 3 challenges from Elba. And we are going to begin with the first one. We have Il Signore Claudio Della Lucia, and he's the CEO of Chair Isola d'Elba, and he's going to share with you the challenge they have. Okay, so Claudio, 3 minutes.
Yes, of course. Good morning. Yes, please.
This is the bottom. Okay?
This one?
No, this one.
This one. Good morning to everyone. Thank you for the possibility we have. It was very interesting for us also in the days yesterday and this morning to share some ideas and to be in contact with others in an open mind and very wide vision. So with thanks to the project for this opportunity. I represent here the energy renewable community of Elba Island. An energy community in Italy is a local organization that includes a municipality, companies, but also private citizens, with the aim to produce and share locally renewable energy. Okay. Elba Island is not a big island, is more than 200 square kilometers, has more or less 30,000 real inhabitants, but in the summer period can reach other 100,000 people touristic per day. So we have more or less 5 million arrival of tourism and nights of touristic per year. One particularity is that we have more than 140 kilometers of coast, and that means a lot of coves, a lot of beaches, more than 200. So the challenge we brought here is for partially a solution of a problem, as you told this morning, but mainly for us an occasion for the future. So we would like to find partner to develop an innovative maritime transportation system to connect the beaches and port to avoid the traffic, the car traffic, so reduce the carbon print to the main beaches. But in the 200 beaches we had, we are nearly 100 that are not reachable by car. So in this way, we can also give an help to the tourismus, making communication. So the 3 things I want to speak you are sustainability, of course, but also financially. So we need a partner that is able with us to develop on a small scale an experiment to demonstrate that this system can work. Innovation, yes, because we need as innovative as possible solution, because we need to make communication for tourism, but also communication to have other partner and people that can give money to us to develop the big project. Thank you to all.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, thank you, Claudio. Okay, so I think that we could understand what they are looking for. It seems that they have a problem because there are a lot of cars in the small island and they are looking for a solution, which is very nice because they produce, they are like a cooperative of energy or something like that. So they are trying to get these solutions. So now here we have, let me check, 3 solutions. The first one is going to speak online, is Davide Barbaresi from Enereco. Okay, so Davide, the floor is yours. You can begin.
Okay, are you feeling well? Are you feeling? Yeah?
Okay, we don't see your presentation, Davide. Are you sharing your screen?
Wait a moment.
Okay, maybe we can stop the time and begin again.
Are you show my presentation?
No, Davide, we still don't see
No?
your presentation.
Wait a moment.
My colleagues are working on it to see if... Ah, no, él tiene. Okay, so Davide, they are not working on it. You have to work on it. Okay,
I cannot share my
you
screen.
cannot share your screen. Okay, so we are going to share.
Okay. Yes. I talking with viewing the presentation and that you create for me.
Okay, Davide. So
Okay.
you say next slide, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
And we are
Good
going
morning
to
to
begin.
everybody.
Okay, let's go.
Mr. Barbaresi speaking from Italy. I'm the department manager of a company, Enereco. Change the slide, please. My company is a big company, a multidisciplinary company that has 35 years of experience at about 400 people, and that is involved in an independent and privately owned engineering company located in the middle east of Italy, in Fano. And I have great experiences about project in terms of APC contract for oil and gas and energy sector. With this idea for this ELBA renewable energy community, change the slide, please. We propose to create a sector coupling model to develop a sustainable maritime transport system on the Elba Island, powered by, as I say my previous colleague, powered by surplus renewable energy generated by a renewable energy community. The purpose of this idea is decarbonize marine transport and use this energy self-consumption in order to moving the boat and without any gas emission. The project have a particularity because the project wants to integrate one of the most important design idea, the life cycle assessment, with a risk-based approach in order to decide to ensure environmental integrity and strategic investment decision with the artificial intelligence driven system to optimize energy usage based on the real time. Change the slide, please. And not this, but the other one. Okay, this is simple in order to investigate immediately and understand what is our project. This is a virtual scheme of this solution. This is for the application of photovoltaic plants, but is applicable also for other plant, renewable plant.
Davide,
Yeah.
I need to stop you because it's 3 minutes already.
Oh, okay. The purpose is only to use the surplus renewable energy sources to producing hydrogen to moving the boat.
Okay, Davide, thank you very much.
So I don't understand very well the 3 minutes.
Thank you, Davide. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so now we have the next one. Now we have, for this challenge, we have 3 solutions. So the first one was Davide online, and now we have with us Kyriakoula Georgiou. Kyriakoula, hello. Here you have the micro, and here if you want to pass your slides. No, it should work. Okay. No? Okay. Hello? Yes.
So I need to put it more close.
Hello.
Hello to all.
Okay, so
this one, and what I press?
You have
here?
to, yeah.
Sure.
It's okay. Here and okay.
So which one I should fire now? You okay?
Yeah, here.
That's really nice.
Okay.
So hello to all again. It's a pleasure being here and seeing so bright minds trying to build a better future for the next generations. So Green Shift ELPA is an innovative community-driven model for sustainable mobility and green tourism on Elba Island. Tourism, while essential to the island's economy, contributes significantly to carbon emissions, congestion, and strain on infrastructure, particularly during peak months. At the same time, residents often feel excluded from decision-making, and vulnerable groups face mobility challenges. Green Shift ELBA proposes a multi-phased solution, a holistic approach. Deployment of hydrogen-powered ferries and electric minibuses, creation of a multimodal green transport hub, introduction of cycling lanes and a bike sharing system, and community-led called Green Action Teams to monitor impact and raise awareness. This integrated approach balances environmental, social, and economic goals. So the objectives are to reduce CO2 emissions by 35% within 3 years, increase green mobility use by 50%, empower local communities through participation, preserve Elba's natural heritage, while enhancing its touristic appeal. Now, the expected impact are cleaner air, reduced traffic and quieter urban centers, a stronger local green economy with new job opportunities, empowered communities co-owning the transformation. Now, this project involves local municipalities, tourist business, schools, NGOs, and citizens. Green action teams will serve as bridges between institutions and the community, fostering trust, co-creation, and long-term engagement. Thank you for your attention.
Okay. Thank you, Kyriakoula. Thank you very much, Kyriakoula. thank you for your explanation. Now, so the first one, I remind you, we have three. Davide, now we had Kyriakoula, Georgiou, and now we have again Dr. Hamid Reza from the University of Central Lancashire, and he's going to introduce his solution, okay?
Thank you.
So this is for you, and this is for you, the bottom there. Okay.
Hello again. This is Reza again. So I'm here to present our eShine initiative. So as Claudio mentioned, back in Elba, we have surplus energy, and we have an increasing trend for traffic. Okay, so that's our problem, and what we are looking at is to have an integrated mobility network which is carbon neutral, which is sustainable, and which works for the community. That initiative is called eShine. So it doesn't. Oh, there. Okay, so we know that in peak seasons, the paradise is in gridlock. So it means the traffic is massive, and we have surplus energy. I had a chat yesterday with Claudio, and he mentioned that even during winter, since they don't have too many tourists around, they have surplus energy even during winter as well. So we know the problem. We have surplus energy, and during summer we have traffics. We know the solution. It was mentioned in the call. So we can have hydrogen ferries, we can have hydrogen shuttles. But what is the answer? The answer is an integrated, sorry. Oh, yeah. An integrated mobility system that is called eShine. So the answer is to have an eShine hub, the center that uses the surplus electricity using whatever kind of electrolyzers. So depending on whether we want to use seawater or fresh water, so we will have different electrolyzers. And our suggestion to Elba community is to use a hybrid technology, not to stick on conventional electrolyzers, and come up with a hub that address the hydrogen production. So we need to collaborate with big companies like that provide like hydrogen tanks for cars and ferries, like Toyota, of course, in future, to use the hydrogen that we have produced in the hub in those vehicles. And the other initiative is to have an impact on the society, and that's hydrogen and solar education center. By having this, we will have an impact on the community, and this hub will have an impact on the entire region. So we'll use this as our initiative. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Hamid. Thank you very much. Okay, it's okay. Yeah, we are doing different things, and sometimes we forget. Okay, so we have here the three solutions we had for this challenge concerning this sun, sea, and hydrogen from Chair Elba. Okay, and I remind you, now we have to vote. The first person participating was Davide online, Davide from Enerco. Then we had here Kyriakoula from Ecopulse. And finally, Dr. Hamid Reza from the University of Central Lancashire. Okay, so please vote. And we just have two more challenges. Okay, have you vote? Everything? No, it's not working. Is it working for everyone? Yes. Christina. Okay, so I think we are going to begin with the next challenge. Okay, from Hacienda Agrícola Arrighi, we have here its CEO, which is Antonio Arrighi, and he's going to present in 3 minutes. the challenge they have, and we are going to see also some beautiful image about his company. Okay, so Antonio, here you have the micro. Okay.
Yes.
And we don't need to use this. No, because they can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, great. You go.
Sorry for my English. It comes from the vineyards, but I speak better when they stay in the cellar. The winery, historic estate on Elba Island with over a century of winemaking tradition, continues its commitment to research by planting new vineyards in the edges of a small forests. This initiative includes restoring dry stone walls, which play a crucial role in preventing hydrological risk. The increasing effects of climate change, such as accelerated grape ripening, extreme weather events, and loss of biodiversity, pose significant challenges for viticulture. We are very worried. The natural alternation of vineyards and forest improves wine growth and care, making it a valuable strategy for climate adaptation. Additionally, this approach enhances Elba's rich biodiversity, supported by the island's extraordinary mineral-rich soil. We currently lack tools and methods to accurately measure, monitor, and optimize the benefits of integrating vineyards with the surrounding forests. It is therefore essential to identify innovative approaches of this scalable solution that support the implementation of this model more effectively and help adapt into the different context. Carbon storage and climate resilience. Wind protection. Trees act as natural windbreaks, reducing wind speed, particularly beneficial on the islands where strong winds affect air circulation. Temperature regulation. During increasingly hot and dry summers, the forest provides a natural buffer against extreme temperatures. Biodiversity boosts. Extensive monoculture vineyards reduce biodiversity and increase plant disease risk, while integrating forests and vineyards creates an ideal habitat for the insect and birds, promoting vineyard ecosystem health. Salt spray production for coastal vineyards. Forest serves as a natural barrier against wind carried salt spray, reducing soil salinization and protecting wine health. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Antonio. Thank you very much, Antonio. Yeah.
You too.
Okay, so now we are going to listen to the three proposals we have for this agroecology in the vineyard. We had the opportunity to know this project, and it's very, very nice, very integrated in the island of Elba. And well, for here we have three solutions. Okay, so the first one is online, and we have again with us Darren Groke. Okay, so Darren is going from the Durham University, and he's going to share with us the first solution. Okay, so Darren, you have your 3 minutes. Thank you.
Yes, thank you again. And again, I say sorry very much for not being able to be there in person, especially to you, Antonio, and your family. And apologies for my Australian accent once again, but like yourself, Antonio, when I'm in the cellar, it generally gets worse. So I haven't had a drink yet, so I should be fine. My contact details are on the left, so if you wish to talk to me online, please contact me. As Antonio has mentioned, climate change is a massive problem for the viticulture section. And as you can see on the right, there's a loss of current vine growing regions in the world. This is mainly done on select areas and select crops. If you have a fairly minimal cultivar diversity of 1 or 2, you're going to get exceptional losses, whether it's 2 degrees or 4 degrees in the red. So cultivar diversity increases your resilience to that thing. But the other thing that increases your resilience is agroecology, and it's been used by Roman agriculture for over 2,000 years, and it starts with the soil. I propose to do experimental conditions on the farm using biochar, but also seaweed. Both of these are very good for nutrients, water, productivity, and potentially the taste of the wine, which has already been experimented on Arrogee Farm by submersing grapes into the sea. Now, of course, agroforestry started from the Roman agriculture. Trees protect, as Antonio said, they protect the vineyard, they protect the soils, they have deeper root systems. You can see examples where they've included, to the left in Argentina, olives, and to the right, silver birch has been used in France, which is its own nitrogen-fixing tree, one of the only ones we have in Europe. And so what we propose to do is set aside some of those fields on your experiment and look at different conditions of changing the amount of biochar or seaweed, and look and monitor the growth of your grapes, your vineyard, your productivity, all that through all of these environmental parameters to the left. And all of this data will be combined together and used to generate which conditions and which processes to amend the soil are best for the viticulture. But all of this is done in partnership and collaboration with Arrogee Farm. And all of that, as you can see highlighted in this section, all of this will improve soil health, viticulture health, productivity, food security, environmental sustainability of a farm, but also community awareness for Elba. And also, while we're there, we'll be training the farmers, the viticulturists, the local citizens on how to do these kinds of techniques and monitoring. And as I said in my previous presentation, all of this will be open access reports for everyone to use freely around Elba or anywhere in Europe. Thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you. Okay, Darren, thank you very much. Thank you. We will contact you. Thank you very much for your participation online. And then we have 2 more solutions here. The first one, I would like to welcome back to Andrés Mayada to present from Integra Tecnología, and he's going to present his solution for this challenge. Andrés, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much. Hello again. Now I'm going to introduce, well, you already know us, okay? And well, the point here is that the Arregee's winery has also done all this stuff, okay? They have also planned how to approach the idea to plant the vineyards in the forest sites, okay? They have also done this, okay, but they need to measure the solution, okay? Peter Drucker, a consultant very famous, said, what gets measured gets managed, okay? So we need data in order to see if this solution is good or not and how it behaves, okay? The same solution, we need IoT, we need BI, and we need AI, okay? We need the complete data cycle in order to assure that we are taking good decisions in our environment. For that, our proposal is to deploy a LoRaWAN network in all the vineyard, okay? These kind of networks reduce the management of the network because they doesn't require a high maintenance, okay? We have devices that can last up to 10 years with no maintenance at all. And the idea is to measure each kind of the flat of the vineyard because they have many levels there, and measure any kind of data point that we, as much as we can, enough of them. Dendrometers are the good ones because you can also measure the thickness of the stem of the plants, but also the soil is really important. So we need, for different flats and different parcels, we need many sensors of them, okay? Next step will be to develop a business intelligence dashboard with tools like Power BI in order to extract all KPIs and correlate and measure all these data generated. Okay, we need to compare which one is behaving better or worse. And also AI here is a great supporter. Okay. We need to move from data, that is what we were doing years ago, just capturing data, and we can see trends and so on, but that's not enough. We need to move to wisdom and to impact, Okay, so and that AI is the curve here. So as many data as we have, we could train a model, a machine learning model. That's something that we have do many times, and the impact is great. Okay, with predicting all these parameters. So we obviously will train the staff and the Arrigis family in order to maintain and to use this solution. Okay, we don't want to be there just consuming their time. We need them to encourage and to self-power the solution. And well, here they have similar scenarios that we have worked with some wineries here in Spain. CEPA 21, that we built a machine learning model in order to predict the appearance of phylloxera, okay, and illnesses here in vines. We have also do this kind of coverage analysis on Marqués de Murrieta in order to deploy this technology. And also we have worked with this kind of sensors in our solution Smart Eye.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, Andres. It's very interesting, all the projects we are hearing and all the solutions. And now we have the last one for this, the last solution for this challenge. Okay, so we have Alex Pujol, and he comes from Eurecat, sorry, and he's going to explain his solution in this 3-minute slot that he has. Okay, Alex, so you can begin. Okay.
Okay, hello everyone. So my name is Alex Pujol. I am a researcher, an AI researcher in Eurecat, and I'm here to present a little bit our solution to this challenge. So first of all, a few words about Eurecat. We are a technological center based in Catalonia in Spain. We have around 800 people, and we have participated in many European projects, some of them coordinated by us. One of them specifically was the project BDGeos, in which we worked in vineyards, doing climate models, phenology models, disease models, etc., which was a very successful project. Okay, so about an overview of the solution we are presenting, we are giving it a focus a lot on digitalization. So I divided the project in 4 phases. The first would be a co-design and planning phase along with the farmers, in which we would gather local knowledge, assess the different sites, and map the different pilot areas we are going to work on. And then there's a big phase about monitorization, in which we install a sensor network, and also biodiversity and soil indicators for monitoring those KPIs too. And we also want to add Earth observation based on satellite imagery, specifically on the European missions like Sentinel. And once we have all this data, basically what we want to do is integrate it in a platform for the farmers to access this data. This platform would just continuous monitoring. We would analyze the data, so trying to extract vital information of this data, and not only this, but using AI-based decision support models. We would also give the farmers some insight on how to plan the different operations on the fields. After all these basically knowledge and developments, also there's a phase which is very important about training the stakeholders, local farmers, or farmers from other regions and other islands, and also validation with the local farmers, and the dissemination of the results. Obviously, all these results would be open access. And yeah, some of the expected outcomes, given all this digital data, would be some climate adaptation, basically trying to lower the temperature, the buffering zones between the forest and the vineyard. Disease prevention, trying to alert from early fungal risks, like mildew, downy mildew, or powdery mildew. Biodiversity support, trying to keep track of these indicators. Also soil and water management, to control the moisture and give predictions about the necessities of irrigation and the necessity of the land based on Earth observation again.
Alex,
and try to power the sustainable practices, and also what I said already, the transfer of knowledge to any farmers who would benefit from it. Yeah, that's it.
Sorry, have you finished?
Yeah.
Oh, now that I interrupt you, sorry. Okay.
No, don't worry.
It's okay. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much for your participation. And now the public is going to vote, right? I remind you about the 3 solutions we have here for agroecology in the vineyard. We have, first we have Darren Groke from, it was online. Then we had Andres Mayada here with us. And now we had the last one, it was Alex Pujol from company Eurecat, and it was also online, okay? So please vote and we will proceed to the next and last challenge, okay? It's the last, not because it was less important, but because it was the last. And also, we have not here the challenger, but we have all the solvers, so it will be fun. Okay, so everyone vote? Yeah? So we can proceed. Okay, so now we are going to the next challenger, and we have online Mr. Norman de la Roca. He's from the company Aqua del Elba. He's a very nice company I had the opportunity to know in Elba. And they are a very important company with a lot of perfumes and things, very nice things, but they are also participating in this project. So I'm going to leave the floor to Mr. Norman, but he knows that he has 3 minutes. Okay, Norman?
Absolutely.
Okay,
3
thank
minutes
you.
will be
Yeah,
done.
you have to be very fast. Okay, thank you.
Okay, hello everyone. First of all, let me thank the organizer of this event, the amazing teams who responded to our challenge,
Norman,
and all of you
Norman,
here
sorry.
today.
Sorry, Norman, can you share your screen because we don't see your presentation?
No, I don't have a presentation.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so we are going to begin the time. Sorry, Norman.
Okay, don't worry.
Stop, and can we begin the... No?
Yeah.
Okay, now
Absolutely.
you can begin. Sorry, Norman, again. Thank you.
Okay. No, I just was saying that I would like to thank the organizers, of this event and the teams, everybody involved in this project. So my name is Norman La Rocca, as you told me before, and I'm here on behalf of Acqua dell'Elba, a company based on Elba Island in Tuscany, Italy. We create perfumes inspired by the sea, the nature, and the culture of our island. And we do it entirely on the island itself through artisanal production. But more than just a fragrance company, Acqua dell'Elba has become over the years a platform for sustainability, community engagement, and cultural dialogue. We are a società benefit, an Italian legal status that formally recognizes our commitment to the environmental and social impact. And we have also created a foundation that works year-round on education, the arts, environmental protection, and social inclusion. So why we are here involved in this project? Because as an island-based company, we know that climate neutrality is not a future ambition, it is a present necessity, especially for Mediterranean islands, which are beautiful and fragile at the same time. This is why we launched a challenge within the CO2 PACMAN initiative to design new ideas, tools, and solutions to make public events on the island more sustainable and climate conscious. Think of it, every summer, hundreds of events take place across Elba, concert in the squares, art festival by the sea, food fairs in the mountains. Each one has an environmental footprint, sometimes small, sometimes not. We asked how we can reduce that footprint, how we can rethink logistics, mobility, energy, and waste management in a way that fits the island context. And could we turn these solutions in the replicable model for other islands on the coastal areas? I'm truly eager here to learn how their vision can help us to transform inspiring events into climate neutral experiences on Elba and beyond. So I'm here to listen to you. Thanks for your attention, and let's drive us into solutions.
Thank you very much, Norman. Okay, so now that we know the problem they have in Agua del Elba, now we are going to try to find the solutions. And we have three wonderful ladies here with us that we will present their solutions. The first one, I'm going to say her name. It's Mar Dominguez. You begin, Mar. Okay, so yeah, I have Mar first, then Kyriakula, then Bibi Zainab. Okay, so Mar, you go. She's going to present Blueys. Okay? Okay, put them.
Yeah. Hello. First of all, thank you for inviting us here. We love coming to events. In fact, events are an essential tool, not just for society, but also for local economy. The thing is that the market in event is growing super fast. In Spain, we have this amount of events per year, but the market is still growing. And this growth can have a bad environmental impact in the planet. So we need to focus on working on creating sustainable events. The thing is that maybe organizers doesn't know how to create these sustainable events. We don't have tools. Yesterday we were talking about this. We don't have a defined path on how to organize a sustainable event. And the only way organizers can obtain this type of events is working with typical consultancies, sustainability consultancies, that cost a lot and takes a lot of time. It's not a solution adapted for organizers. That's why we already created Blueys. Blueys is a platform that it's created and validated, created for organizers, so they can organize and evaluate the sustainability of their events. This platform is based in international standards, such as ISO or SGDs. And with us, basically, what organizers do is create a sustainable plan for their events, adapted on the type of events they're working, calculate the carbon footprint, and also create reports so they can communicate with all the audience. And we also work by the hand of the suppliers that are normally the biggest problem for events, because supplier doesn't want to collaborate. That's why we take care on talking with suppliers and make them collaborate, so the organizer doesn't need to take care of this. That's how we reduce the time of evaluation and the effort of the evaluation up to 70% less than consultancy with the traditional way. We evaluated this with all type of events. We've done festivals, congress, and 8 events today have finished our evaluation. And with these 8 events, we impacted in more than 20,000 people. We work with individual events and also with agencies, so that we can have more recurrency on the amount of events. And this is our team that is making this possible. And we are advised by really, really professional people that help us to know better the market and how it works. And to end with, as Norman said, offering sustainability nowadays is not a luxury, it's a necessity. So I hope that you will think in Blueys when organizing a sustainable event. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mark. Okay, great. So it was Mar Dominguez from Blueys. Now we have Kyriakoula Georgiou. She comes from Ecopulse, and she's going to explain us what is her solution. Okay, so
hello again.
Yeah.
So Ecopulse is a dynamic model for sustainable event planning on the island of Elba. It puts local communities at the center of decision making while using smart tools to monitor and reduce environmental impact. Elba, like many island destinations, sorry, let's go back. Yes. Elba, like many island destinations, hosts numerous events like each year, from festivals to weddings. While these boost the local economy, they also generate waste, emissions, and strain natural resources. EcoPulse is a platform and a process that enables sustainable carbon-aware event planning. It supports organizers with tools to track emissions, align with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, and meet ISO standards. So how it works? First, local communities provide input through participatory workshops. Then event planners use our digital tool to assess their carbon footprint and receive real-time feedback and suggestions. EcoPulse provides templates, local green suppliers list, and best practices to ensure sustainability is not just theoretical but achievable. EcoPulse aims to lower emissions, reduce waste, and increase awareness across all stakeholders. Economically, it boosts Elba's brand as a sustainable destination. Socially, it fosters pride and involvement from community. And environmentally, it helps preserve the island's natural heritage. Elba is a microcosm of Mediterranean challenges, seasonal pressure, fragile ecosystems, and economic dependence on tourism. With its small scale and tight-knit communities, meaningful change is possible and measurable. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Pirakula. Okay, so now we have the last person participating, but we are very happy to have you here also. We have Bibi Zainat, okay? She's going to present. She's coming from UK, right? And she's from the company RTN Zero Consulting, and she's going to present her solution. Do you have that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, hello everyone. I am Dr. Zainab Bibi with my colleague Mr. Farhan Ahmed, and today we are going to present our solution called as Elba Nest. But let me start with a quick story about Luca, who is a local caterer from Elba, who is serving food to different events and festivals from the past 12 years. But unfortunately, he has been stopped serving any kind of food to a major festival which is happening in Elba. And the reason is that the festival organizer this year has decided to go green with the very strict sustainability rules, such as no vendors without any sustainability certification. So you can see that Luca has been excluded, not because of the reason that he don't care, but because he has never been given the right tools, training, or any support. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a challenge because Elba events are key to its economy. But on the other side, it is also generating huge amount of emissions and driving a lot of stress on its local resources and generating huge amount of the waste. While we can see the current net zero models, they often overlook the island realities, such as they focus on restrictions, not the inclusion. They penalize small vendors like Elba and also ignore the imported footprints. So we have created the International Consortium of Road to Net Zero Consulting from the United Kingdom and Acumen Allies from Germany, an award-winning multidisciplinary team in climate tech, education technologies, and responsible AI. So I'm going to present our solution, Elba Nest, which is a research-based, grounded in our inclusive net zero pyramid. So it is basically divided into 4-tiered model approach. The first one is net zero literacy. So this is the level where the net zero awareness will begin, and it will be accessible to every single person. Then we got the net zero skill. At this stage, we will provide the digital monetization and the toolkits for the businesses and event managers to get more empowerment. While the third one is net zero action. So at this stage, all of the business owners and the event organizers will be able to measure their carbon footprint and will start working towards a net zero solution by our tailored AI digital platform. And at the last level, we have net zero leadership. Here we will recognize those who will lead through action and uplift others on the path too. So we are seeking your support and 83K euros to deliver our solution from Net Zero Toolkit to the certification. And we are aiming to deliver this solution in 5 different stages, starting from our baseline research to the final scale rollout. So, ladies and gentlemen, Luca's story is not an exception. It's a warning for all of us to call for action. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. Be careful. Thank you very much. Okay, so thank you very much. That's energy. I love that. Yeah, because we always say to all the entrepreneurs that they have to transmit, okay? They have to make us believe in their projects, okay? So we have finished. We have to vote, okay, for this challenge. Remember, this is the last challenge. We are going to vote. Let me remind you the names and everything. Okay, we had Mar Dominguez from the company Blue East. We have Kyriakoula Georgiou from Ecopools. And then we have Bibi Zainat with RNT Zero Consulting. Okay? So please vote. And okay, I give you a bit more seconds, some more seconds. Did you vote? Let me know everything. Okay. Okay, so it's almost lunchtime. We have finished more or less, but we have a bit more minutes. So maybe we can talk a little bit with, I don't know if maybe the challengers that are here, maybe they have, sorry? All of the results? Oh my God. Don't look. If it's a problem with Menti, don't look. Don't look. Look, do like this. Do like this. Okay, so I'm coming here. You are one of the challengers, and we have also Mr. Arrighi. Do you have any question, comment that you would like to share?
Yes, of course, it was very interesting, all the possible solution. I guess that the time was not enough to go deeper enough in the matter. And I would like to ask, but of course, we will have some context also after this. I told in my presentation, we need now to start and to begin from a little sample, from an idea that we can make now. So I saw from the presentation big project, but are there already ideas to start with the first sample?
Okay, so maybe you mean that for the very beginning, you are not maybe looking for a big thing, but maybe like a pilot or something to a pilot. Okay, so the solvers here for sun, sea, and hydrogen. Do you? Okay, hold on. I'm going to find you. Okay, can you answer?
Yes. Thank you so much, Claudio, for your question. And it's a significant challenge, to be honest. So if you want to have this like e-hub, hydrogen production, fully implemented in the island at full scale, it will be something between 10 to 25 million euros. Okay, so we have to be careful. So in our proposal, what we have proposed to start with a pilot plant. So we estimate, we're not sure, but we estimate that the cost will be between 1 and 1.5 million euros. So what we are going to do there, we're going to use some of the excess energy. We're going to install some electrolyzers, start from simple ones. We're not going to go deep. So, and then if we implemented that, and we're going to have some ferries, we might repurpose ferries and hydrogen buses, or we might buy, but I think repurposing will be easier because it will be cheaper. So once we were sure that the plan works perfectly, we can scale up. So in our proposal, the scale up is a big stage. Once we were sure with the pilot stage, we can go for the scalability, yeah? So my suggestion is to stick to the pilot plant with 1 to 1.5 million euros. And once we were successful, everything was fine, we can scale it up to a field scale model. You know what I mean? Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, great. Okay, so yeah, because sometimes the challenger is maybe thinking in about a smaller, oh, sorry. Sometimes the challenger is thinking about a smaller thing or, I don't know, a bigger thing. So this is why it is good to have different solutions with different budgets and characteristics so they can choose the one they prefer, okay? So this was the question or the comment from Claudio. And I don't know if Antonio has any comment or no, everything was clear for you. I think this afternoon we have like a round table and we are going to talk a little bit about all the challenges and why do they choose those challenges and not others, because I think that they have many of them. And we are going, and Mr. Antonio is going to share some interesting videos. I invite you to join to this roundtable because he's making some ancient procedures with wine. I've never seen that before, and what they do with wine, right? It's very interesting. And this afternoon he will share this video with us. Okay, so okay. So we are going to continue a little bit. Is there any other question, comment you want to do? You want to no, or I continue speaking? No, I don't know. Any comment? Ah, yes.
My question to you guys is, let's say, so we have the challenges and we have the solvers. So let's say if, okay, by the end of today, the challengers, they have the idea of how many, what are the best solutions, the collaborations and stuff like that. So I heard some of you, like in some of your slides that you were explaining about the funding, but what's the outcome of this? So how can we absorb funding for these like projects, and what's the next way forward?
Okay, Juan Pablo, ¿me decías algo?
Go on.
Ah.
That's the question. My question was, what's the next way forward for, like, to take it forward from here?
Okay. Okay. Of course, Dimitris. Okay. So
first of all, you have to stick for the next session if you want this answer. This is the most important thing. So I'm going to talk about financing, funding for private, for public, for anything. So you can we can discuss, we can have a debate or whatever. But I have one question regarding the companies that come from the UK, which I don't know the answer to. I've seen a lot of companies coming from the UK, so I really don't know what's the policy now regarding the EU funding about those companies. Really, it's something that it's unclear to me. Maybe the companies from the UK have a better idea, and if they are already implementing projects with EU funding, or if they are planning to do this. So this is something that we have to discuss upon it, so I don't know the answer to. It's not that easy, yeah.
The update I have, so EU, UK is not part of, it's not a member of EU anymore, but what I understood from the university and from the government of UK, they have paid their commission and they are part of EU Horizon Fund. So, but I'm not sure about the like CO2 PACMAN, whether it is considered under the EU Horizon Fund.
no, it's not Horizon. No, but we can do Horizon.
No, but look, all those projects that you are suggesting now, there will be projects financed not by either the Horizon or the Euromed or the Adrian or the Interreg. There are projects that are going to be financed by mechanisms that from the European Commission, meaning mechanisms like the Green Deal, like the Just Transition Fund, like the EIB, blending mechanism. So that kind of mechanisms, I don't know if they are eligible for EU partners. But
can
we will
ask.
see. We can
ask,
see. We
of
can
course.
ask. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we can check it.
From what I know, they are not, but we will see. But as a colleague said there, you can find partners in EU countries, so you can.
Can I just to clarify, because CO2 PACMAN is founded by Interreg Euromed, and Interreg Euromed, you cannot participate because you are out of the Med area, so you cannot be found by this program. But I know that Horizon, yes, you can participate in funds, in other call. So even if you are out of the European Union, but you can participate. Okay.
Okay, Miki, I think Miki wanted to participate.
We, as one of the solvers, proposed a solution. We have both an NGO, a non-profit organization, and a limited liability company based here in Barcelona. So if you're not directly being funded by the EU funds, we're more than welcome to reach out, make a joint venture. I really enjoyed both presentations, RTN Zero and Lancashire University. I like your profiles, so go ahead and look out for me in the coffee break, and we'll share cards so we can be a stepping stone for your projects.
Oh my God.
With the commission,
Thank you very
obviously.
much. Yeah, this is the collaboration thing. I believe. Yeah.
Okay,
Go on.
concerning the UK companies, each program has a special restrictions, and it's possible to participate, but under special conditions. You should look in the special conditions. So you should read. Yes.
There are very low.
Okay.
There are projects that are. Sorry. So Horizon projects is for projects that they have technology readiness level, TRL, as we say, very low. Here we're talking about solutions. I mean, we are talking about companies that they are already in the market or they are going to go in the market. So forget about the Horizon, okay? Leave it outside. So it's nothing.
Yeah, okay. Costas, dai.
I think when it comes to access to loans and these kind of facilities, I think they are excluded, or they have to look into the fine print if every specific funding vehicle has different. Okay. I'm really looking forward to the session afterwards.
Okay. Okay, great. Okay, so
don't eat too much to get asleep.
Don't eat too much. Yeah, okay. Okay, so if there are no more comments, yeah, of course. I don't know if it's on.
Yeah, one quick comment. We had the same issue. There are some funding in Denmark. It was not part of EU. It was a Danish funding. So we're not eligible to propose anything. So what we did actually, went through GIAS, the Geological Survey of Denmark. We partnered with them, and through work packages, we got the funding. You know what I mean? So it's like through a Danish partner, we had the funding. So we can do the same here.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Carmela?
Yes, I think that what he was saying, it's very important because we have reached a very great success because we are all together here. And this is, again, Interreg Euromed that wants cooperation and collaborative approach. So we are here to make contacts and to speak, to talk, to find common solutions. So to me, this was a very great success. So I'm sure we will find the financial solution in a way. So thank you to the solvers, to the challengers, and to Carmen that has done a great presentation to all the activities.
Okay, and Laura, of course. Okay, so now we have finished. We are going to, yes, we are going to have lunch outside, I believe. Is that right? And well, this afternoon, what is going to happen? We are coming back. We are going to give you the certificates and everything. We are going to make pictures so you can bring the certificates with you. We will skip this workshop we had, but I mean, we had it already with this morning. And then we will have this very interesting talk from Dimitri. So we are really wanting that. And then we have this round table where we can see the challengers and listen to them. And finally, we will have a presentation from a colleague from Valencia. And she knows a lot about communication, and she's going to bring us some information and tips about how to communicate European projects, but every project, okay? So now it's lunchtime. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Martin. Thank you.